Hi Scorpio, welcome to your love reading for November 2019. This month I am trying something different and I'm just doing this for the sign of Scorpio. I have not done this for any of the other signs. You see 4 decks here. This deck right here is your love life for the month of November. This deck, do they still love you? This deck, is there someone else? And this deck, the X spread. So let's go ahead and begin. Okay, Scorpio, let's go ahead and see what is going on in your love life for the month of November. Let me go ahead and cut the deck. This is a love reading for the sign of Scorpio for November 2019. The first card you have, Scorpio, is 3 of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio, the Hermit. 2 of Swords. The Lovers. 7 of Cups. 4 of Wands. The Chariot. The World. And Queen of Swords. Okay, what's the most important thing that Scorpio needs to hear about their love life for November 2019? The message that you have, Scorpio, is the 2 of Pentacles. So the 2 of Pentacles can represent that maybe a decision has to be made. I do see a decision here as well, and also here. So I feel like that's significant for you. The 2 of Pentacles can also represent a lot of ups and downs and instability. So we'll come back to this card in a minute and see how it ties in with the rest of the reading. If you would like a private reading with me, just scroll down and you see a link to my website, channeledguidance.com. Okay, so let's go ahead and start at the top and see what all this means for you. You have the 3 of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the 2 of Swords. So, I mean, you do have the Hermit here, which can be that you're dealing with the sign of Virgo, but the Hermit does represent a lot of soul searching for the truth. Someone is trying to figure out what to do about a relationship. Like I told you at the beginning of the reading, when I saw this was the main energy, I feel like the sign of Scorpio has some type of decision to make. Decision here, decision here. Even with the Lovers also represents a decision, perhaps between partners. So I feel like the sign of Scorpio is dealing with a complicated decision. The 2 of Swords, there's an impossible decision that has to be made. I feel like the sign of Scorpio has invested a lot into a relationship. We have that with the 3 of Pentacles. You really invested, and now it is time to make a decision with the 2 of Swords. It can be you, but it can also be the person that you're with. Perhaps you're trying to find out if this person still cares about you. I am going to do that spread to see if this person still loves you. I feel like someone is doing a lot of thinking. Someone is doing a lot of soul searching, like, what should I do? Should I stay with this person? Should I go? Both of these cards, this is your main energy, they go hand in hand. Someone is trying to figure something out, like, should I be with this person? Should I stay? Should I go? Should I stay married to this person? There's a lot of soul searching, and there is some type of really difficult decision, complicated decision for the sign of Scorpio for the month of November. Again, a lot of work and effort has been put into a relationship or marriage. Now, if you look at the second row here, you know, we see a really strong relationship here. You've got the 4 of Wands, which is something solid, something that is on a firm foundation. It even represents marriage. You also have the Lovers card, so you could be dealing with the sign of Gemini, but the Lovers also represents a significant relationship, a significant soulmate relationship. But again, it also represents a decision. Also with the 7 of Cups, I feel like everything is very confusing for the sign of Scorpio. It can definitely be that maybe it's confusing because somebody has feelings for someone else, or someone doesn't know if they want to be in a relationship anymore. The very first card is telling me someone has invested a lot of time and energy, a lot of effort into a relationship. They've really given it their all, and still there is a lack of clarity. This is a lack of clarity. This is emotions running high. Someone is lost. Someone is confused. They don't know what is going on. It seems like there's a lot of thinking going on. And I feel like one person is making a really difficult decision, either about a relationship or a marriage. Now down here, you've got the Chariot, which means that, you know, things can work out for you. The Chariot is a card of victory. You might also be dealing with the sign of Cancer, but the Chariot means that you can overcome the obstacles that you're facing with a lot of patience and hard work. You have the World right next to it. So the World does mean that you can actually turn the page as far as this difficult chapter in your relationship or in your marriage. This is an ending and a significant new beginning. Now you have this down here with the Queen of Swords. So this represents a sign of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. It can even represent you if you have a moon or rising in an air sign. But I definitely see here that the sign of Scorpio, like, you've invested a lot of time into a relationship, and like there is some type of decision pending. I just feel like there is definitely a decision here, but I also feel like you might feel stuck Somebody keeps going back and forth, and this is kind of a wishy-washy behavior. Okay, let's go ahead and get a few more. Let's see what else comes out for you. What other messages are there for the sign of Scorpio for November? We've got the 8 of Wands, the 6 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Swords. I mean, I feel like you're not getting what you deserve. This is getting what you deserve. But you actually have this with the 3 of Swords, which means that your heart is breaking. You're not getting what you've invested in here. The 3 of Pentacles, the very first card. You're not getting what you invested in. You're actually getting this. You know, you're getting heartache, there is pain, there is tears. But 3 of Swords also represents either a breakup or a divorce. I feel like you've been waiting here with the 8 of Wands. You've been waiting for a really long time for someone to come through for you. Usually the 8 of Wands is a really positive card where, you know, you've waited for so long, almost given up hope, and it's finally here. But that's not, you know, that's not what I see here. It's not just this card. It is these two as well. And this does represent heartache. It's like someone is not coming through for you. Someone is not giving you what you deserve. You're not receiving what you want from this person. And either you're considering a breakup or you're going through a breakup in the month of November. Again, there is a strong relationship here. I see it with both of these cards, but there's also, you know, a lot of confusion. Someone is totally lost. Someone is overwhelmed with decisions. They don't know what to do. There's a lot of thinking going on for the sign of Scorpio, a lot of soul searching for the truth. Like the truth is, you know, do I still love you? Do I love the other person more? It is definitely time for an ending and a new beginning with the world being here. Okay, let's get a few more cards from the confirmation deck and let's see what comes out for you. What other messages are there for the sign of Scorpio for November? We've got the Ace of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, and the Emperor. What's the most important thing that Scorpio needs to hear about their love life for November? The message that you have is the Tower. So again, the Tower does represent a shakeup. A relationship that was never on a firm foundation could fall apart, or a marriage. The Tower also represents, you know, kind of a shocking twist. Things changing very unexpectedly, or a shocking revelation. Okay, so what I see right here, I mean, you do have the Ace of Pentacles, which means that a new beginning is available to you. I mean, this feels like a new opportunity. For those who are single, this can be somebody new coming in for you, but this also just represents a new beginning with a lot of blessings, a new beginning that brings a lot of happiness. Perhaps, you know, someone, you know, needs some time to themselves. We have the 4 of Swords, which to me, this is a card of retreating. Give me some space, give me some time so that I can think, so I can figure out what I want, which I definitely see on this side of the reading. I mean, it is all over the place. Like someone doesn't know what they want. Someone just doesn't know. They're trying to figure that out. And there is some type of decision, a really complicated decision. You are being told here by the Emperor to hold on to your power. Like, I feel like you're dealing with somebody where they don't know what they want. Don't give them too much power, or, you know, you're going to end up here brokenhearted. The Emperor is saying stay empowered. Take back your life. Stay in control. I feel like there can be a new beginning, but again, it's like somebody has to make a decision, and I feel like some of you have to let this person figure this out. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next spread. Okay, Scorpio, let's go ahead and see if this person that you're interested in still loves you. Let me go ahead and cut the deck. Okay, so you have the 10 of Coins, the 9 of Cups, the Ace of Cups, Knight of Wands, Death, 4 of Coins, the Moon, Judgment, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so let's stop here. And again, the question is, do they still love you? I mean, I definitely feel like this person still loves you. I feel like it's more complicated than that. That's why you had the 2 of Swords in the first spread. Let's look at this first row. You've got the 10 of Coins, 9 of Cups, and Ace of Cups. So there definitely is love here. I feel like a new beginning. If you're apart from this person, I feel like there is a new beginning that could be offered to you. Remember, in the first spread, I said maybe this person needs some time to figure things out. There was a lot of thinking going on, a lot of soul searching. I do see a new beginning offered here. You also have the 9 of Cups, which is a lot of happiness coming to you. So I feel like the person that you love still loves you. Although keep in mind, this is a general reading. The Nine of Cups does represent a wish being fulfilled. This person still cares. This person still wants a new beginning. You also start with the Ten of Coins, which does represent a relationship, stability, a long-term relationship. So, I mean, I feel like, what you want from this person is valid. I feel like this person still loves you. They might be holding back, though. Look at this next row here. Now, the Death card does represent your energy, the sign of Scorpio. On one side, you have the Knight of Wands. On the other side, you have the Four of Coins. These are kind of opposite energies. The Knight of Wands wants to see action right now. This is someone who wants to see results right now. They don't want to wait. They go after what they want. And then on the other side, you have the Four of Coins, which is someone who wants to stay put. This is someone who does not want things to change. Someone who's being really stubborn and digging in their heels, saying, no, I'm going to stay right here. I'm not moving. I'm not changing. But there is a huge transformation. I mean, death is a huge life-altering event, a huge transformation, an ending and a new beginning. So I feel like, there is still love there. The person that you love still loves you. But I feel like right now, like something is not changing. I feel like you're ready to move forward, but somebody is holding back. But again, I do see a new beginning for you here. Now, in the next row, I'll hold up the cards for you. You have the Moon. So, I mean, this represents a lot of confusion. I feel like things are not what they seem. Let me just show you what is the next card here. We have Judgment, and we have the Knight of Cups. So, I mean, this is what you want to see. The Judgment card and the Knight of Cups. Again, I'm asking, does this person still love you? The Judgment card is a second chance, a new beginning, a relationship rising from the ashes. And you have this with the Knight of Cups. This Knight is coming into your life, offering you love, offering you a relationship, asking you back. But again, things are not what they seem. You have the Moon, which can represent the sign of Pisces. But the Moon also is saying that looks are deceiving. Somebody could actually be lying to themselves. It could be this person here who's holding back from you. You're ready to move forward. You want a new beginning. I see that here and here. But someone is holding back. Again, with the Moon, it could be that maybe someone is in denial. The Moon also represents fears, things, secrets, things that are hidden from you. So I do feel like the person that you love, the connection that you want to see is still there. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next spread. Okay, Scorpio, now in this spread, we're going to see if there is somebody else in the life of the person that you love. Let me go ahead and cut the deck. Okay, you have the Page of Cups, the Seven of Cups. This card was in the first spread, front and center. The Hangman, the Page of Wands, the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Moon. So the Moon was just, we just had that when I asked if they still love you. Let me go ahead, because I feel like I should get a few more. I'm just going to put them here, and then I will turn them over after I finish talking. And put these here. All right. So let's take a look at these. I mean, I feel like there's still a choice. I mean, there is still a choice. Look at this whole row right here. Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. There is sevens going down the entire center of the reading. The sevens do represent choices and change. I feel like there is a choice for the person that you love. Again, keep in mind this is a general reading. But I mean, again, all these sevens. And then you also have the Seven of Cups, which you just had in the last spread. Actually, in the very first spread that I did for you. There is a lot of confusion. I feel like there could be someone there. Again, this is a spread for those of you where you kind of feel like you're getting kind of a feeling that there's someone else. There's suspicious behavior. I do see a lot of confusion here over choices. Like, where do I belong? Someone is completely lost. Because of that, your relationship may not be moving forward. You have the Hangman. You're in limbo. Your relationship is stuck because someone doesn't know who they want. Another thing that I notice is you've got these two pages. Page of Cups, Page of Wands. The pages represent communication. So I feel like for the sign of Scorpio, the person that you love, again, if you feel like there's somebody else, there could be a lot of communication with someone else. All of this leads to the Two of Cups, to a romantic union, a soulmate relationship. There could be a lot of talk of feelings. We have the Page of Cups. A lot of communication about how I feel about you. How do you feel about me? Kind of getting to know each other. This does represent, a lot of talk about relationships and love. And there is a lot of excitement here. This is excitement and adventure. It can be with someone who is an earth sign. You've got the Queen of Pentacles, so Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And more importantly, we have the Seven of Swords right in the center of the reading. So the Seven of Swords does represent deceit. This is a card, of someone who's very sneaky, underhanded, someone who is two-faced, someone who is their own worst enemy. So again, seeing the Seven of Swords and the Moon, again, you just had the Moon in the last spread. The Moon does represent deceit as well. So I feel like for those of you where there's just, you have a nagging feeling that there's someone else, this could be confirming it for you. The Seven of Swords and the Moon both being in the same spread. Not just that, but you also have the Seven of Pentacles down here. So all sevens going down the center of the reading. And the Seven of Pentacles is someone who is weighing their options. Someone who's trying to think very carefully, like, what should I do next? If I'm with this person, this will happen. If I'm with this person, that will happen. I see that here, and there is a whole lot of confusion around it. With the Moon and the Seven of Cups, there's a lot of confusion around who this person wants to be with. And again, I feel like there is a connection here with the Two of Cups. Okay, let's look at these other cards that I pulled for you, and let's see what comes up. So we have the Ten of Wands, Six of Swords, and Ten of Swords. Yeah, so I like this even less because, again, we're asking, is there someone else? Is the person that you're interested in someone else? Are they seeing someone else? And we have the Ten of Wands, which does represent a heavy burden, someone who feels tired, exhausted, burnt out, tired of trying. In here, with a betrayal, we have the Ten of Swords, which does represent someone being stabbed in the back. So seeing this, and the Seven of Swords and the Moon, I feel like there is some type of betrayal. There is some pain here. The Ten of Swords is a painful energy where this card is basically telling you, yes, you've been betrayed and hurt, but it's time to move on. You also have the Six of Swords, really echoing that. This is a card of, it's time to move on to something healthier. So for those of you where, again, you feel like there's cheating, you feel like they're talking to someone else, it could be that maybe the relationship is kind of really overburdened. Or maybe you've been trying. I know in the first spread, if you go back and watch, the very first card I pulled for you was actually the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles means that, you've invested a lot of time and effort into a relationship. And maybe that person has as well, but maybe they're tired of trying. Maybe you're getting tired as well. You have the two tens here. The tens represent endings. A relationship has gone as far as it can. I feel like this is telling you it's time to move on to something healthier, but I do feel like there's something going on here around the sign of Scorpio and the person that you love. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the X spread. Okay, Scorpio, let's go ahead and see what is going on with your ex. Let me go ahead and cut the deck here. First card, Four of Pentacles, Death, Two of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Page of Cups, the Star, Five of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and the Lovers. Okay, and I'm going to get a few more cards. I'm going to put them face down over here. Okay, so let's take a look at this and see what this means for you. Again, this is the X spread for those of you where you're not with the person anymore, you've broken up for whatever reasons, and you've gone your separate ways. Again, there is this message of choices. This actually was the main energy for the first spread that I did. Here's the card. I'm still looking at it here. There seems to be like some type of choice. It's like somebody doesn't know what to do. This is instability. I feel like for some of you, this could be someone who has not quite made up their mind if they want to get back together with you. Again, you just had this card, I think in the last spread, the Four of Pentacles. It came up when I asked if somebody still loved you, if this person still loves you. The Four of Pentacles, someone's being really stubborn here. The good news is you do have Death, which means that there is a huge change here in the situation with your ex. The Death card does mean that there can be a significant transformation, an ending, and a new beginning. Just know that things are very unstable with your ex here. This could be someone who's very wishy-washy, someone that doesn't quite know what they want yet. Now in the next row you have the Three of Cups, Page of Cups, and the Star. So the Star does represent the sign of Aquarius, and I do see communication here. The Page of Cups, this does represent perhaps a declaration of love, someone telling you they still love you. This is with the Three of Cups. This is a celebration. You're over the moon. You're extremely happy, perhaps because you've received the news that someone still cares. The Page of Cups also does represent a reunion, getting back together. For some of you, this middle row here is telling you that a reunion with your ex definitely can happen in the month of November. But just kind of know that everything's kind of up in the air right now. I feel like somebody has not quite made up their mind. Now, if you look at this bottom row, you have the Five of Pentacles. So this does represent, you know, abandonment, someone feeling abandoned, emotionally cut off. And it can be maybe this is how your relationship ended. Perhaps someone just kind of ended the relationship without giving you an excuse why. You've got the Ace of Wands and the Lovers next to it. So I mean, I feel like this is really tying into this middle row here. There can be a new beginning with your ex, a clean slate. The Ace of Wands means that, you know, all is forgiven, all is forgotten. That relationship with this person is still valid. You have the Lovers, which can also represent the sign of Gemini. So I feel like for the sign of Scorpio, although you've kind of had a strange reading, I still see, you know, a connection with your ex here. And for some of you, there is a possibility of you getting what you want in the month of November with the Three of Cups being here. Okay, let's look at these 3 cards. Okay, so you actually have the Moon again. So this is like the 3rd spread that this card has come up. It does represent the sign of Pisces, but it also means that things are very confusing. So I feel like your ex, they're coming around, but they're going through a lot emotionally. They may not understand what's going on. They may not understand they still love you. They may not understand that they miss you. This can definitely be represented by the Five of Pentacles. Looks are deceiving, Scorpio. Looks are deceiving. You may think this person moved on. No. You have the Three of Wands, which means that your ex could actually be waiting, plotting, plotting, so to speak, the perfect timing to reach out to you, which I see right here. They could be plotting. Your ex could be plotting against you, but in a positive way. Again, because I feel like there's a lot of confusion. Things are not what they seem. It could be that you're thinking your ex did this or your ex feels this way, and that's just not true. I actually just put the Nine of Cups over the star. So the star represents hopes and wishes being granted, and the Nine of Cups is the wish card. So I thought that was interesting. So I feel like your wish to have your ex is valid. It's not just your imagination. It could be that maybe they've been waiting for the perfect timing to reach out to you. But I feel like they also have a lot on their mind. I feel like they're trying to figure things out. There's a choice. There's been a theme in this entire reading that I've done for you with different spreads. There's a theme, and the theme is choices. There is a choice, whether it's someone else or maybe this person doesn't know if they want to be in a relationship. Okay, let me get a few cards for you from the confirmation deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Scorpio about their ex? What other messages are there for the sign of Scorpio about their ex? Alright, let's see what comes up for you, Scorpio. What other messages are there for Scorpio about their ex? Seven of Wands. 8 of Cups. And the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like some of you, like, you'll have a chance to fight back. You'll have a chance to say your piece. You have the Seven of Wands, which is a confrontational energy. This could be you really confronting your ex about why they left, because we have the goodbye card here. Somebody who walked away. So I feel like some of you, maybe you didn't have a chance to let them know how you feel about them. You didn't have a chance to let them know how you really felt about what they did. Because I did see a betrayal in this reading. When I asked if they still... when I asked if there was somebody else, but the Seven of Wands means that you're going to be really speaking up, speaking your truth. It's a very fiery energy. And you do have the Wheel of Fortune, which means, I mean, this is a card of destiny, change for the better. So although somebody left, which I see right here, somebody said goodbye and chose to move on, it's like, you know, the wheel is turning and this person could change their mind. So just kind of looking at this spread before I let you go, I mean, I feel like there is definitely something that you could be celebrating the month of November. The fact that you have the Ace of Wands and the Lovers right next to each other, I mean, again, this is saying there can be a new beginning with this person. Just know that there's a lot of confusion. If you go back and watch, you've had the Moon so many times. I think this is the 4th time I've pulled it. I think it's been in every single spread. So looks are deceiving. Things are not what they seem. Or it could also be that there is some self-deceit going on. This is actually between, you know, 2 very positive cards. Wishes coming true, a lot of happiness coming to you in time. It could be that your ex is still figuring this out. It could also be that your ex is plotting, like trying to figure out the perfect timing to reach out to you. But I feel like most of them are trying to figure out how they feel and if they want to come back to you. Okay, Scorpio, this has been your love reading for November 2019. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you again next month.